Mental Health Monday
on Radio City Talk
with Mick Coyle.
Tackling the stigma.
Radio City Talk.
Right, it's time to do what we do every Monday on Radio City Talk, and let's talk about mental health. On Mental Health Monday, really brilliant guests in the studio, and they brought something nice and shiny with them as well. Very pleased to say, joining us in the studio, Colin Dolan is with us, Ryan Spencer and Piers Poland. Gents, thank you all for your time. And Colin, thanks for bringing in this rather shiny little trophy that you won the World Cup. I mean, that's not bad, is it?
Well, it looks like the World Cup, but it's actually the tournament's called the La Testa nel Pallone Cup. It's for mental health organisations throughout Europe. And second year we've taken a team across, and fortunately we won it.
So, I mean, this is a really brilliant story, and the reasons for heading over there are brilliant. The reason that people got involved are brilliant, and obviously to then win the tournament as well in and of itself is really quite something. We're going to talk about sort of the team and the makeup of the team and the tournament as well, and the fact that you went over there to take part. Mm-hmm. I know you had success there in the past, but to actually win it this year must feel like a real achievement.
For me personally, I've done a lot of things in football. I've won a lot of tournaments. I've played for a lot of really good teams, and I've played alongside some fantastic football players over the years. But this is my proudest moment, was that when that final whistle went, and to hear the fans, the Italians, chanting Liverpool, 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 and a few of them chanting my name as well, just was like unbelievable. The lads themselves, the performances they put in from the very first game right through to the final were absolutely unbelievable. I knew they were going to win it. I had a feeling that we'd go there. We had a strong team. The team spirit was good. Confidence was high. We were playing good football. So I knew we could go and win it. Anyone who listens to this show will know that there are strong links between mental health organisations and football is used particularly well in this city as a means of getting people together and talking about mental health, providing opportunities for sports and recreation. So this was like an invite tournament. Were people from all over the continent? There's people from all over the continent, but the reason that we got involved initially, I did a talk at House of Parliament about 3 or 4 years ago now. And one of the audience members happened to be a psychiatrist from Italy, and they recommended that I go to Italy and give a talk. That followed up. I didn't do the talk, and eventually they said, well, can you get a team together just to play in a football tournament? And hence the reason why we took the team across last year. So what sort of things you were looking at? How many players did you need? We had 8 players. We had 2 substitutes. Last year we didn't have any substitutes. This year we made sure we had substitutes, because last year I had to play, and that wasn't good. This year we went with 8 players, 8 lads that were fortunate enough to be picked. These 8 lads all come from the Everton in the Community Imagine Your Goals programme as well. So I've known them for a long time. It's people I know that I can trust, and I know they can do a job on the pitch as well. Yeah, but did you hear how they laughed when they said that you had to play? Let's bring Ryan into the conversation. I was injured. Ryan, congratulations on winning the tournament. Where were you playing? What was your centre mid? Yeah. So you were calling the shots, right?
A little bit, weren't I?
Yeah.
No, but what it was just the first time I ever went away with Colin and the lads. So it was a big thing for me. And then, so we got to the final and won it. It was like one of the best feelings I've had in a long time. Did you feel a little bit like you were, I mean, Liverpool won the Champions League, fine, but did you feel a little bit like you were travelling over there to kind of represent the city? It felt like we was professional football players, you know what I mean? It got us that real good feeling about ourselves, and like, as well as Colin. So
you haven't spoken about your penalty kick in the semi-final yet.
Oh yeah, I scored the winning pen in the semi-final to put us through to the final, and I went that mad I took my top off, started running around crazy, and everyone jumped on me. It was a good feeling. It was a very good thing for me as my own goal. Tell us about the setup then at the tournament itself. So it's in Italy, so presumably you're staying over there, right? So whereabouts were you staying? We're in a hotel, and what was it called again?
No idea. Can't remember.
The Hesperia Hotel.
Yeah.
In which city is this?
Lecce.
Lecce, wasn't it? Lecce, Italy. Unbelievable. Like, they had like a beach bar, didn't they? And you could see it right across the sea. It was unbelievable. And then other things as well.
Nice to get away. Nice to get away and enjoy that as much as anything. Then get to play football as well. Let's bring Piers into the conversation as well. Piers, when did you first meet Colin and find out about the work that was going on?
I first met Colin about 3 years ago. I was diagnosed with psychosis about 3 years ago, and my psychiatrist recommended me to go and play football with Imagine Your Goals, and that's where I first met Colin. We got on like a house on fire. The Irish and the Scot, we just bonded really well. So we made up a pretty good relationship, and a few of the other lads also. You get that bond when you're playing football with people that are in the common circumstances that you're in. It's easier. It makes everything just a little bit easier to cope with. If you're feeling down or something's not right with your medication or something, you can go to the lads and you can have a chat with them about it, and it makes it all like you can gain off of their experiences and what they've went through. So yeah, it's really good.
Absolutely, because people will look at the shiny trophy and go, "Wow, what an achievement!" as well. But I imagine for you, it's not just about the one-off trip to Italy or the once-a-year football tournament.
Definitely
It's that regular interaction.
Yeah.
What are those sessions like?
Those sessions have saved my life. I moved here from Ireland about 5 years ago, and I was in a dark place. I had no family around me. I was by myself. I was spending most of my days sat in the house by myself, just to my own devices. My mind was playing tricks on me, basically, and it got to a stage where I needed to go for help. And then the lads showed up for me. I went to the football, and we got those bonds together, and they picked me up from the lowest I've ever been, and I wouldn't be here without the lads and the football.
I can agree that as well.
It's a really simple thing, isn't it? Kicking a football around with your mates, finding mates through football. It's not just that. With this programme,
we're all like brothers. We're like a family, and we're very all tight together. So one of us are down one day, we're always there for each other, and we can speak to each other about anything, and that's what's really good about our little group. We're a family, really. We're family.
And it doesn't necessarily matter, because there's obviously such a huge benefit to actually... If you win the tournament, then great. But if you don't win the tournament, the benefits are there, as you just described. But Colin, I get a sense from you that actually winning the tournament was a little special.
I was crying.
Yeah.
I was crying because I just felt so good about myself and what I've been through over the past few years of my life. And I thought, hang on, man, like, this is a really big step for me. So I'm quite proud of myself. And I'm just going to still continue.
Absolutely. You're right to be as well.
Mm. Yeah, I went with the intention of winning. There's no absolutely no doubt about it. I'm a winner. I want to be a winner. But I didn't want to win just for myself. I wanted to win it for the lads. What they've gone through over the last 12 months, mentally and physically for some of them as well, has been a lot of work, a lot of hard work to get them to the stage where they were able to actually play football at that standard. Young Ryan here was going through a quite a torrid time just weeks before went to the tournament, and I don't think he'd be embarrassed if I say he was suffering days before we went to the tournament through anxiety. But I noticed a sudden change in him once he was in the environment of being surrounded by the team. Players that he didn't really know at that time, didn't know them that well. Some of the lads he'd only just met. I saw a sudden change in him, and his confidence grew, and it grew throughout the whole tournament. Different lads left that tournament to what arrived, and that was a huge bonus to me. That's as good as the tournament.
What I was going to ask you about that one, Ryan, I'll put it in your direction. If you have this moment, you score the goal in the semi-final, you win the final, you lift the trophy, but then you get back on the plane and you come back home and you maybe go, and I just wondered about how you feel like you're going to sort of maintain those sort of feelings. Will it be about making the connections, continuing the connections, getting back into the training sessions and almost planning for next year?
100%. It's like I could not see me not going anymore. You know what I mean? Because it's changed my life as well, as Piers said. You know what I mean? It's like people don't realise like football is a really good like therapeutic thing to do if you've got mental health issues. And plus with Colin doing his own like football therapy group now, anyone who's suffering with mental health or illnesses should come down to the sessions on Wednesdays, starting the 24th of July, doesn't it?
It does, yep.
And honestly, anyone is out there, we'll welcome anyone.
And we'll come on to that, because I know sort of Liverpool Football Therapy is your next big goal.
That's my project,
so to speak, as well. You got to tell me about some of the teams, though, Piers, that you came up against. Did they come from similar backgrounds to yourselves? Did people who you were playing against in the tournament, did they have various sort of mental health issues?
Yeah, every team that was there, as far as I'm aware, had mental health issues. Most teams had like carers and stuff there to look after them and stuff as well.
And in terms of that, did you get a chance to sort of have those conversations? Was that sort of like flagged up within, I don't know, as part of the tournament, that people kind of got a sense of where people were, where their journeys had started and how they ended up at the tournament?
Not really, to be honest.
I think that language barrier.
Yeah,
true.
There was not an awful lot of teams there from this side of the world, like the UK. There wasn't a lot of English speaking teams there, so there was a bit of a barrier there. But there was one other team from the UK that was there that we were able to bond with, I guess, to some degree.
Yeah.
We were able to sit and have a chat and all, and we had actually played them in tournaments here in England, so it was good to get away and then also have familiar faces. At the same time, when you're away in places like that, it was off season, so it's not like a holiday. You're not like people might see it as you're going away to Italy and you might be playing football and stuff, but some people might see it as a holiday. It's really not. It's off season. You don't have even in the city here, you've loads of people around the city. I can't come into the city 90% of the time because of my anxiety. So when we were away in Italy, and it's like I said, it was off season, so there wasn't that many people around. You're not having to deal with too many of your issues, and then when you're actually playing football, for those couple of minutes that you're on the pitch, there's nothing going through your mind. It's just football.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask you about that one, Colin, and you kind of hinted at it with Ryan, so maybe you're better to respond to that one, Ryan. Because you mentioned the anxiety, was there something while you were here thinking, it's easier if I don't go? It'd be easier to say no, just ring up, no, go without me.
What it was just I didn't think that the lads that I was going with would like me, or just stuff like that. It sounds stupid, but really to me, it's really it gets in my mind. But once I started speaking, going out with them, getting involved with them, playing football, that just all went away, and we just become one like a wolf pack, really.
The wolf pack.
I like that.
If you want to call it that, yeah. It's like a wolf pack. We all stuck together, and if one of us was down, we were there for you know what I mean, just stuff like that, and it was a really good time. So
are you called Liverpool Football Therapy FC now?
Well, not FC. Liverpool Football Therapy is the name of the programme.
Have you got a nickname?
No.
Can we have the wolf pack? Are we having that as the wolf pack?
I like it.
Yeah?
I like that. Yeah. I like that.
Okay, the wolf pack. We've got the wolf pack.
I've said it, so I'll take credit for that one.
I've been guaranteed you're in the starting lineup every single week now because you came up with it. We've got the wolf pack with us in the studio, Colin, Ryan and Piers, who travelled over to Italy earlier in the summer, end of the spring, and they won a six-a-side football tournament in the name of the city of Liverpool. They brought the trophy itself into the studio. I don't know how many carats of gold that is, Colin, but it's more than 24, isn't it?
That's a few, yeah.
People can watch the video for this online. We'll get it up on our Twitter feed at Radio City Talk to I don't know if FIFA have got the copyright of the actual World Cup trophy itself.
It's very similar, isn't it?
It looks very
happy, will they?
It is one of them, though.
We won't tell them.
If you win a football tournament and you go, congratulations, you won, everybody gets a handshake, fine. But actually to have the ceremony of a trophy with a trophy lift.
That made the tournament better as well, because they had the Champions League.
The Champions League music.
We felt like proper champions. We were all going mad. Everyone was just shouting and screaming, but it was a good feeling.
And the team photo as well. I've got a copy of the team photo, and it's that thing of all the players round the trophy and everybody in and enjoying that moment. Absolutely brilliant what you're able to achieve. But Colin, you're not kind of stopping in terms of the work you're doing. No. Liverpool Football Therapy, these new sessions that are up and running, starting on the 24th of July. There's loads of different football sort of things out there now from a mental health point of view. Everton, the community, of course, still doing their work as well. What was it that made you think, I can do something here, we can do more?
The reason I initially wanted to do my own thing, I've been running a five-a-side team within Everton, the community, and we play in the Everton Community League, we play in the Liverpool Homeless League as well. I wanted to take those lads out of that into another session, and I wanted to try and capture people who unfortunately are ill, but they have to go to work. They work 9 to 5 or they work strange shifts, and they can't get along to the Everton Community programme because it's daytime. So I thought one in the evening, might try and catch the people that are unable to go along in the daytime. That's the main reason for it, but also to just give an opportunity for the lads that are on the Everton programme to play even more football. Scott, I know a lot of the lads from Everton will come along and join in. There's absolutely no doubt about that. But I'm hoping that the majority of people will be new, and it'll be people that really need some assistance in some ways through peer support more than anything. And hopefully I'll be helping to signpost, due to my experience, signpost people to the right people to get some help.
It's going to be at Netherton Goals, starting at the 24th of July, running, that's going to be a Wednesday evening, at 7 till 9. Will it be weekly then from that point on?
Yeah, every week.
7 till 9. And in terms of people coming for the first time, Colin, what sort of things do people need to know? Some people say, do I need a doctor's note? Do I need some sort of, a label over my head? Can I just show up and play?
Not a thing. No one's going to be referred to the programme whatsoever. There's no referral required. It's come along and join in. No one's going to come in there and fake a mental illness to play a game of football. Let's be honest. To come along and take part in it, there's obviously an underlying issue. They wouldn't come along otherwise. There won't be questions about it. They'll fill in a straightforward form once they've arrived after the first session. Take their details, and hopefully they'll come back again. Get them to join in with the football as soon as possible. Very simple.
Well, and the other thing, of course, we're announcing the launch of this, and it's coming, and then you're launching it with a trophy and an intercontinental winning team.
Yep.
And people are going to go, hang on a minute, I haven't played football
Doesn't
since I was
matter.
15. So
Makes no difference. Makes no difference. I know already some of the people that are coming along, the standard of football they play isn't the same standard as the lads who went to Italy, and that's not a problem. It doesn't matter what level of football you played at or what standard you're at now. Come along and just join in. It's supposed to be fun, safe, and hopefully an environment where you're not going to be judged whatsoever. It's certainly not going to be judged on your football ability, and you won't be judged on your state of health whatsoever.
Piers, in terms of those sort of footballing sessions, obviously not up and running yet with Liverpool Football Therapy, the ones you've been involved in, what's that sort of vibe as the games are ongoing, and the vibe sort of even in between games as people sort of have those conversations, talk about footy and everything else in between?
It's very friendly. First of all, everyone's there to have a good time and just relax for an hour or two, clear your mind, and then the support. That's that's probably the biggest thing I've taken out of this sessions is the support network that it gave me. I had when I first came here, I had no friends, I had nobody that I knew in this city, and then I went to the football, and within a matter of weeks, I had 10, 12 different friends, new brothers, pretty much. That's what we all like to call each other. We're all brothers. At the beginning, it might not have seemed that way, but as the time went on, and when I was at my worst and feeling down and needed someone there to be there, the lads from the programme showed up. They were there. Last year, I wasn't well, and I'd put a post on we have a Facebook page, and I had basically said, look, I'm not doing too well at the minute, I could do with someone. And one of the lads from the programme was there within a half an hour, stayed there with me the whole night. So that's the kind of support network you get from the football.
And for people who are worried and thinking, maybe you got issues but don't want to talk about it, maybe it's just something where you're thinking, I'd rather not get into it, but I would like to play football. Can you give us a sense about how those conversations have cropped up? I'm sure you didn't show up and say, hey, I'm Piers and sometimes I experience psychotic episodes, but do you actually have conversations?
You build up to it. You build a rapport with the people there. Starting off small, you'll talk about football things, maybe how Liverpool's doing in the Premiership, like little things like that, and then as you progress on, and you when you feel that trust, that's when you start to open up to someone. When you feel that trust, that you feel, and you're only going to get that. Well, I've only gotten it from playing football with these lads and knowing that they've got my back on the field. So if I tell them something off the field, they're going to have my back also. So that was like how I initially opened up to a few of the lads. I built that trust up with them on the pitch, and then off the pitch I was able to confide in them.
And actually, Ryan, it seems like just a good chance to get together if you're feeling isolated for whatever reason. Those opportunities that come round through something like this can make a difference.
It's not just like, let's just go to football and have a kick about. It's just like even like bonding with other people that you don't really know. Especially if you're suffering from anxiety and you're worried about what other people are thinking about. Yeah, like with that, it's just, there's nothing like that there at all. That's why I felt like I could speak to them, open up about like what I've been suffering with the past few years of my life.
It's quite unique that we actually get maybe on the session today. There could be 16 lads taking part playing football, but at every session is guaranteed there's going to be people come along that won't be playing football. They just come along just to be part of it. They're injured or they're too tired to play or they just can't be bothered playing that day, but they'll come along to the session to watch, interact and have a laugh, because that may be the only thing they've got in their whole day. They might not have anything else whatsoever, but that's their only communication with the outside world is that game of football. And those lads at the football means so much to them that they'll get out and just get to the session. Whether they're playing or not, it makes no difference.
And you mentioned signposting as well, Colin, because you sort of your own personal experience and the experience of sort of working with places like Everton in the community. Do you feel like now you're sort of equipped enough to point people in the right direction if there might be sort of other services that you've been aware of that can benefit an individual? Yeah,
well, just from what I've experienced myself, from being bipolar, suffering with depression, being manic, being suicidal, the various places that I've been signposted to myself in the past the last 10 years, I suppose, in the city, I've picked up a lot of information, and I've also become very friendly with a number of people that work within the mental health services. I get quite a bit of respect from them as well, so they know who I am and they help me from time to time if I have to signpost someone. And there's always something new crop up in the city, as you know yourself, the new places like James Place, a great new venture. I wouldn't have any hesitation whatsoever in signposting someone there, because I know the wonderful work they do.
Absolutely. I was just hearing last week about the Life Rooms as well. There's one of them in Wal. They've just got a new centre up at Hugh Baird College as well. Again, it's one of those you can just kind of drop in and have those conversations, which is brilliant. Ryan, tell me about Colin, because Colin's been on the show a number of times.
To say about the big man?
The big man. The Godfather.
The big man. Yeah, he's like Colin is one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. Like, the opportunities you can get with him, and then for him to pull you out to some dark place and like say, come on, mate, do you want to go to Italy? It was like 2 weeks, really. 2 weeks before they were going, and he offered me a place, and I just started jumping up, running in the house, saying to me, Mum, I'm being picked. And if it weren't for him, these opportunities wouldn't be coming. So that's why, if anyone really wants these opportunities and come down to the sessions and meet Colin, and the lads themselves, more than welcome to.
See, as long as they put Colin's face on the actual poster, Piers.
Get him in a little dicky bow.
Colin uses his experience, though, Piers, to make those connections and help people out and try and create that environment for people as well, which is a huge credit to him, isn't it?
Yeah, at the football as well, it's life lessons as well in the football. Like, it's not all roses and sun,
it comes
really
with the bad as well.
Not just just going away to Italy and getting that win, coming back to reality, and it's setting in that you've just been on this high that you haven't had for 2 years. You've just it's one of the best moments you've had in your life for the past 2 years, and then you come back to reality and you're sat in the flat or in the house by yourself, and you're just like, what do I do now? What am I supposed to do? So you have your highs, you have your lows. The football's not a cure; it's just part of the solution. That's what it is for us. It's not a cure for anyone by no means. Will I say come down to the football and you'll be grand, you'll never have to deal with anything again. You'll have to deal with life stuff, but we'll be there for you, and that's what the sessions are for. It's just
about getting out the house and just doing that little thing. You know what I mean? Just going out and just doing that little session, that little hour to take your mind off things. You know what I mean? And from that, then it gradually comes on for each week then, and then eventually some people do feel a lot better by going every week.
Yeah.
And it just keeps on going and going.
Just a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
Just for coping. It won't. As Piers says, it won't cure anyone, but it'll certainly make you feel good about yourself. It can be used as a coping mechanism. It's ongoing therapy, hence the reason why it's called football therapy. Well, I do see that anyone who's got depression, particularly short-term depression, you will come out the other side pretty rosy, because depression can come and go. We all know that. And if you go to football, you're depressed, and you've got that physical activity, you've got the bonding, you've got everything there that you need, and you've got that peer support. you can come at the other side and be very good, feel good about yourself, and be back on level track again.
Colin, it's brilliant to see you again with the trophy. Well
Pleasure.
done for organising the event. You get a natural sort of invitation for next year's event, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
you got to defend your trophy.
of course.
basically.
Yeah, we're going next year.
I tell you what, I've not mentioned, by the way, the coach that took you down to the airport. You almost weren't on the plane in the first place, right?
it was hot.
You got sorted in the end, though, right?
Yeah, we got it sorted eventually with something like 3 days to spare. We almost didn't go. The driver that was taking us couldn't go, and he didn't tell us until someone bumped into him in the street. And then we got the message to us 3 days or 5 days before we went, and it took 2 or 3 days to find a driver who was willing to take us down to Stansted in the middle of the night, basically, and then obviously try and find someone that would pick us up from Stansted first thing in the morning the following week. So eventually someone volunteered to go down to Stansted, stay overnight with his wife, and pick us up in the bus to bring us back to Goodison.
Great story. It almost didn't happen, but it did happen,
Yeah.
and you're the champs.
The
And you brought the
blessing
trophy
it did.
today. Absolutely. Huge congratulations. The Wolfpack from Liverpool Football Therapy. And we've got the nickname born as well from this conversation of this week's Mental Health Monday. Colin, always a pleasure. Speak to you again very soon. I'm certain of it.
Sure.
Ryan Spencer, great to see you. Thank you for your time, Piers. Thanks for sharing your story too. Really appreciate you joining us.
Liverpool Live with Mick Coyle. Rock, sport and talk.
Radio City Talk.